Johnson, the author of his new book, Mayan Prophecies, The Renewal of the World, 2012 to 2072. Did I get that right?
You did get that right.
Awesome.
Yeah, sometimes I don't get it right.
I have a cheat sheet here just in case I get it wrong.
That's okay, yeah.
You can find Kenneth Johnson on his website called jaguarwisdom.org. And he also has a Facebook page. I'll be sure to post that for you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Absolutely. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing about 5 to 7 to 10 minute segments about his book, and I'm going to be sending them out once a week, once every other week, to get you a little bit more informed about this new, very informative, very exciting book that Kenneth has written. Before we get started, I want to let everybody know that this book is for everyone. If you are brand new to the Maya and you're just hearing about them now, this book will lay the foundation and bring you up to speed so that you're not left out in the dust. And then there's folks like myself who are a little bit of, research fanatic. And I am a Mayan enthusiast, I would say. And I've been researching them for quite a few years. And I got a lot of information out of this book. So this book is for everyone, whether you're brand new to it, and there go my notes. That's okay, we'll get them though. Let's you and I keep going.
Okay, let's you and I keep going. Very well.
So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about is we talk about, the name of this book is The Renewal.
Renewal, okay.
And the Mayan Prophecies, you write in one of your statements that it's not really just history that the Maya talk about. It's really, they feel that history repeats itself, that it's a renewal.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of various important phases in the calendar, a 5-year phase, a 10-year phase, 20-year phase, whenever it came about that a moment in sacred time had arrived and was important and ought to be celebrated, what they would do is they would erect one of those stone monuments which we see all over the ruins and which are so impressive.
The steles.
The steles, yes. And that was as if they were planting the world tree again. As if planting the world tree, bringing the world into being, was something which needed to be done eternally. Not just once, but we always need to be conscious that each moment in sacred time is a new beginning for the world. It's a new beginning for all of us. And so they would honor it by renewing the world, because to plant that world tree, to make that statement like, here again we are at the very beginning of time. It has rolled around and it will repeat itself again. This was like a renewal. This was to renew the world. This was to replant the tree from which the world grows. So, yes, renewal is the key word that I was focusing on.
Which is so exciting, because so many people now are focusing on this 2012 date as the end of the calendar.
And scholars have known for a long time that it's not the end. This was very early speculation from scholars who were able to read some of the dates before we knew very much about hieroglyphics. And it soon became apparent to some of them that, it goes for more than 13 Baktuns, that there's more to it than this. As we've progressed, we've found out that they had cycles within cycles within cycles, some going infinitely into a past that's earlier than what we would call the Big Bang, some going, thousands and thousands of years into the future, so that in that sense the 2012 date is just the passage from one interconnecting cycle to another. And their vision of human history was, we have our bumps in the road, we have our ups and downs, we have our moments when things don't go, precisely as we would want to, when the world gets turned upside down and everything has to be renewed on a political and socio-political sphere as well as symbolically. But ending, no. And there was an incident just before I finished the book that I had to put in there simply more as a footnote than anything else. During the last month or so, they actually finally discovered the working library of an actual Mayan scribe from the ancient days. And the initial, of course it will take scholars years to study it and even more years to publish their findings. So all they're willing to say at this point in time is that even from the little bits and pieces of columns of hieroglyphs that they have been able to decipher, they say that in terms of extending Mayan calendar cycles back into a timeless infinity and forwards into a timeless infinity, this workshop beats anything that we have yet imagined.
Well, and the exciting thing there is that it's actually made it into National Geographic as well, so it's hitting the mainstream not only in the magazine but also via the internet. So people are starting to literally wake up to the understanding that the Maya prophecies are not all gloom and doom. While some of them aren't exactly exciting, but if we look back through our history of the history of the world hasn't been all rosy either.